comes to building a strong and lawful General Jural Assembly, there is one principle that we cannot compromise on. We must vet new members with care, discernment, and wisdom. The vetting process is not just a formality, it is a living shield that protects the heart and soul of the assembly. It safeguards the community, the big family we are striving to build, from those who might come in with hidden agendas, disruptive spirits, or personal ambitions that could fracture the body from within. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 21, to test all things, hold fast to what is good. Vetting is the way we apply that command. It is the way we hold fast to what is good. The vetting process we have today comes from the sincere efforts of members who met, prayed, and reasoned together to secure the safety of the organization for all. They organized that and recognized that while we cannot predict every future problem, we must do our part to prevent, as much as possible, bad apples from entering the barrel. We are reminded of Proverbs 27, verse 12, which says, "The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and suffer for it." Prudence calls us to be watchful. And it's a very big responsibility. We must be watchful. And we have to recognize when we are also being infiltrated from within. And we've had to deal with that in our respective assemblies already. And still a couple of bad apples that seriously need to be purged. The reason we decide to have a thorough vetting and implementation process is simple. It's to prevent individuals from joining only to push their own agenda at the expense of the collective good. Even though no vetting system is completely foolproof, the process we have in place offers the membership a sense of conviction when accepting new members, new individuals, right? We can accept them not with blind trust, but with informed trust. Now, every new potential member must have at least 2 sponsors. This is very essential. The sponsors are not just figureheads. They are responsible personally and spiritually for vouching for the individual's credibility. They are putting their own name, their own reputation, and their own discernment on the line. And the potential member must be introduced to the county membership committee along with these 2 sponsors. This also goes for the state membership committee. Now, this introduction is not casual. It is deliberate. The membership committee must then prayerfully and thoughtfully make a decision as to whether to accept this new man or woman as a member. The decision is based on 2 pillars: the committee's direct experience of that man or woman and the strength of the sponsor's support. Now, provided that the new member is accepted, they are issued 2 documents. At first, there is the Declaration of Independence circa 2010 and the Declaration of Unalienable Rights held by Indigenous Power. But notice that the third document, that would be the JCO, also known as the Jural Covenant of Office, that one is withheld. It is withheld for 6 months. Now, I want to talk about why the 6 months is so crucial. 6 months is not an arbitrary number. 6 months gives time for true character of a person to emerge. As Jesus taught us in Matthew 7, verse 16, you will know them by their fruits. You can only truly know the fruit of a person after a season has passed. The honeymoon phase will end, and the mask, if there is one, will start to slip off. Their actions, their attendance, their attitude, their loyalty, all of these things will surface in due time. Now, 6 months allows us to see the following. Does the new member show up to meetings and conference calls? Do they engage in a spirit of peace, harmony, and lawful conduct? Are they learning and supporting the processes and procedures of the General Jural Assembly? Are they sowing discord, or are they helping build the body up? See, this probationary period is a biblical concept. Even in leadership selection, in 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 10, teaches us, and let these also first be proved, then let them serve. First be proved, then serve. It's not the other way around. The 6 months allow both the assembly and the individual man or woman to truly count the cost, as Jesus says in Luke 14, verse 28. It is not a delay out of distrust. It is a delay out of wisdom. And during these 6 months, if the man or woman shows true commitment, understanding, and a spirit of unity, then and only then, the third document, which would be the JCO, the Jural Covenant Office, is then issued. And at that point, they are recognized as a full member in good standing. They gain full voting rights. They become eligible to serve on a grand jury. They may also, after a full 12 months, be eligible to be elected to office. But generally, after 6 months, from my experience, they are able to be elected to an office. Or I should say, I forgot what the word is, but they get suggested for an office, then to be voted. Now, this protects the assembly from men and women who might want to come in to simply gain somehow. They have to first walk faithfully. They have to first show themselves faithful over a little before being given much. Now, if during the 6 months the committee finds that the man or woman does not align with the assembly's mission, values, and lawful conduct, then the documents are rescinded. And that can happen. The membership committee chairperson will then notify the candidate and give a clear reason for non-acceptance. Now, the candidate may reapply for membership after a 3-month waiting period. This gives them time to reflect, grow, and if truly willing, re-engage with humility. Now, let's get into the actionable steps for vetting new members. When you sponsor someone, you got to remember you are vouching for them. That means you should know them personally. Spend time with them. Observe their character over weeks, not just 1 or 2 meetings, and then you have to ask yourself, are they peaceable? Are they teachable? Are they here to serve or to be served? The membership committee should conduct an interview based on specific areas. Now, these areas are not just arbitrary questions, they are windows into the soul. The personal background section, which would reveal where they live, how long have they lived in that state, whether their spouse and family are supportive of their decision with their involvement, whether any outside influences are pressuring them for information. Pay very close attention to body language during these discussions. Are they defensive? Are they transparent? See, Scripture reminds us in John 3:21, but he who does the truth comes to the light. True people of goodwill walk openly. You also want to know their hobbies, military background, or any law enforcement or judicial system experiences. Not because these things automatically disqualify or qualify them, but because background helps inform character. Education is another area to touch on. Ask about their primary language, their writing skills, their schooling history, their favorite books, their movies, TV shows, even if they're tech savvy. Each answer gives you a glimpse into their mind and values. Spiritually, it's important to know where they stand. Very important. Faith is not a disqualifier, but spirituality deeply influences behavior. So ask about their faith, their favorite Bible translation and verse, and possibly their church background. In matters of finance, gently inquire about stability. You are not prying, you are simply ensuring that candidates are not under undue external pressure, being financial, which could compromise them. It's a very important question. Now, when it comes to the GJA specific questions, you could ask, how did you hear about the assembly? Why do you want to join? What items do you want to accomplish? Are you willing to serve on a jury? Listen carefully to their answers. Are their goals in harmony with that of the assembly? Or are they seeking personal gain? Are they looking to self serve themselves? A very useful question is asking them to give two words that best describe their personality. Also ask about their knowledge of outside groups like Tim Turner and Associates, RAP, RUSA, NLA, or Beacon 37, We the County, Bonds for the Win. Are they familiar with these other outside groups? This shows what influences they might be carrying. Lastly, the ABCs: achieve, believe, conceive. What they say here will tell you how they think about success, struggle, and perseverance. Remember, every action a member takes, even outside of the assembly, can have an impact on the de jure state's assembly. Their life must reflect integrity, not just in their words. And so I say all this to say this in closing. The vetting process is not meant to be harsh. It's meant to be loving. It's meant to protect the sanctity of the assembly for generations to come, because Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23 teaches, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Guarding the assembly is guarding the heart of freedom itself. Let us be diligent. Let us be prayerful. Let us be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, as Christ commanded us in Matthew 10:16. If we do these things, we will build a strong, lawful, and righteous General Jural Assembly that can stand the test of time. Now get to work. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more helpful videos.